Hello and welcome to another new league. I'm recording videos for draft analysis for APA Classic Season 16. Um, this is gonna be a 24-man league, 24-man draft. It's gonna be slightly different than the usual leagues, because this is gonna be a Civil War kind of season, which is kind of weird. I don't know exactly how it works. I'm not gonna bother with that. I'm just gonna win, at least try. So there are three teams within the 24 coaches. There are three teams of 8 coaches that like have to work together to beat like the coaches of the other teams, and who ends up with the best record overall wins pretty much. And then there's going to be like a playoff that works like with the winning team gets more playoff seats. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I'm not gonna bother with it because I just gotta win, and that's pretty much what it comes down to. Um, so, my the team that I am on is the Galactic Conquerors, led by Silver Smasher. We also have Corey, Bandit Caterpie, Panther, Kurt, D-Ray, T-Row, Steven, Thurston, and me. And we are up against the Goons and the Misfits, which honestly, easy W. But yeah, no, I won't insult them too much. They're all good. Everyone here is a good player. I'm just shitting everyone. Yeah. Okay, so the draft, I was in the middle because we could pick our draft spots within the team, and I don't really care where I'm at because I don't. It doesn't bother me whether I'm in the middle or at the end or at the beginning. Like, I'm fine with everything. So, there are two mons that got to me. One of them almost got to me, which was like the pick before me, which is Meg Alakazam with Nasty Plot and without Pursuit, without Barrier. And yeah, that went the pick before me, and I think I played week 1, which is fun. That thing is not very nice to prep against, and my team has not a good matchup against it. As you will see, my first pick does not make it better. So yeah, so I was looking at one month in particular, which I have never used before, pretty much period, and was in January 7 generally banned, but because it got nerfed in the new generation, it was allowed, and that is Tapu Lele. Y'all thought I was gonna say Aegislash. It's not Aegislash. Tapu Lele. Um, is it just a strong psychic type? And even though its terrain got nerfed, it still breaks with like Psychic, Psyshock, Moonblast, hitting the Dark type. Psychic can't hit. Gets Focus Blast for the Steel types, gets Energy Ball for like bulky water types, or Thunderbolt for bulky water types you don't want to deal with. Gets Thunderbolt for like the Steel types that Focus Blast doesn't hit, like Steela, Skarmory, Corviknight. Those mons that I hate. Frick Corviknight, I hate Corviknight. Okay, I don't want to deal with Corviknight. This team has like an okay match against Corviknight, but okay. Um, yeah, Special Breaker, Psychic type, Fairy type. This thing is just gonna click buttons and hopefully do like 40% at least to everything. And that's why I drafted it. It's gonna break, and I'm gonna try to make it break. Next up, I went for a physical attacker, which this generation does not die to everything anymore. It used to die to everything, but it doesn't anymore, and I've never used this thing before either. Cortana, aka Cortana, I like it shiny. Cortana, physical breaker, insanely strong, pretty fast too. Doesn't die to any physical attack or hidden power fire anymore. Killed this thing before with Spider Swine. Not kidding, it actually happened. Yeah, this thing is now actually kinda reliable because it can check every physical attack that doesn't get fire moves, which is a lot of things to be honest. It does get kinda walled by fire types, but my team does like I fix that later in the draft. Fire types are like nothing; they have nothing against me. Honestly, they don't. Um, Still hurts fire types with like knockoff, sacred sword. I'll look at the move pool. Knockoff, sacred sword. Uh, it just clicks stabs usually, and sword stance can be scarfed, can be banded, can be sword stance, speed boosting, attack boosting. It can even run defog apparently. So yeah, this is just a really strong breaker physically to pair with my really strong breaker especially, and nothing really beats both of them unless you're a really good fire type. This thing beats steel types with Sacred Sword. This thing beats dark types with Sacred Sword. This thing beats everything got Lele Loose to with Sacred Sword or Stab. So yeah, this thing runs Leaf Blade and Smart Strike, and then you just run whatever you want. This is already enough to break pretty much anything. So yeah, Katana, strong physical breaker, hits real hard. Wait, wrong page. Hits real hard, and yeah. To pair with that, I wanted to get a fire resist. What else is? And a good hazard remover, because Katana ain't a good hazard remover, like a pivot to get into my breakers. And there is a really good one still left. Granted, kind of expensive. And it also got buffed this generation, so I'm very excited to try it out. And that is Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat is actually busted this gem because it got boots. Boots Rotom Heat is busted. Rotom doesn't have a name yet. I'll just call it Yeet for now. Rotom Yeet. It got Nasty Plot, and that's the buff. Nasty Plot boots. This thing's gonna be Nasty Plot boots every week. No, it's not gonna be Nasty Plot boots every week. But it's a good defogger, good pivot. Hits really hard with overheat. Its stats are good. It's good bulky mon. It's good offensive mon. It's just good overall, and that's exactly what I needed. Good fire resist. Fire types don't deal with this thing at all. I beat a Mega DNC with a Rotom Heat yesterday. This thing can do everything. Like I live the Diamond Storm. Like this thing is too fat, honestly. It gets full Twitch screens, Thunder Wave, Will-O-Wisp, Toxic, all kinds of status. Gets foul play, defog, discharge. This thing is just, no matter what the matchup is, this thing can do something. And that's exactly what I want. Something that's reliable. I have not used this thing in 2 years, and I'm excited to use it again. Next up, what did I draft? I drafted that. Next up, I wanted because like I already knew my Mega, which I'm not gonna draft for a long while, but I already knew my Mega, and I needed some Spadef. Because my Mega is not Spadef, and that's gonna be an expensive pick. I need something that can really take special hits, and like also another good fire resist, a water resist, a dragon type, and just a good Spadef dragon type, and that is Gudra, aka Sticky and Sticky. Is that the name? Not it doesn't have the apostrophe. Sticky and Sticky. That's the name. Reference to me saying that about a Gudra. That was interesting. This thing gets coverage. This thing just gets a really good amount of coverage. This can run physical, special, gets literally every coverage it wants. Gets power whip, gets focus punch, gets dragon tail, aqua tail, acid armor, body press if I really want to. That's such a dumb set. Why? Wait. This thing is acid armor. Bruh. Acid armor? Rest, sleep dog. Body press. This is such a stupid set. Okay, I'm gonna run this. This is gonna be a set and everyone is gonna hate it. But yeah, this thing just stupid Spadef. Good attack, good special attack, dumb coverage. Good abilities too. Gooey is really nice to slow fast things down, to prevent them from being able to sweep me. And honestly, this thing can just hit hard enough to prevent things from sweeping in its own. It can do everything, and it's just a reliable defensive dragon type that I have never used before. The next one I've already also wait, no, not my next one. I might not have. Okay, my 5 most expensive mons I've not used ever or not in 2 years. So yeah, that's I'm just trying out things this season. So yeah, Gudra, good mon, reliable, bulk, and yeah, that's Gudra. Next up, I have. Uh, I wanted to get a fighting type, and I knew what fighting type I wanted to get, and I really could not risk this thing getting sniped, so I decided to get it now. And that fighting type is not Hawlucha, it's Hitmonlee, it's another Unburden mon. It can also run Reckless. Reckless high jump kick shreds, but it's the main reason why I got it is because it gets Unburden with Psychic Seed, and it gets plus for def, doubled speed, gets a ton of coverage. Wait, wrong page. What moves did it get? Hitmonlee. It got nothing, but still, it's Psychic Seed and Burden. Close. Wait, it got close combat. Oh wait, Hitmonlee was in the games. It therefore doesn't show up on the dock. That makes sense. Because close combat still gets high jump kick, low kick, knockoff, mark punch, this gets bullet punch, sucker punch, throw chop. It gets just a bunch of moves, and it's a good terrain sweeper, honestly. Hawlucha was, I think Hawlucha still existed. I'm not sure. Someone might have gotten Hawlucha. I don't know. But Hawlucha was too expensive, and I like Hitmonlee. It's a spinner. It's good priority, even though I have Psychic Terrain outside of Psychic Terrain. It's a really good spinner and priority user. This thing is just here to either clean or break, and that's his job: cleaning or breaking. If I can do that, I'm happy. So yeah, that's Hitmonlee. Strong fighting type, and excited to try it out. I don't remember having it ever, so now I do. Next up, what did I draw next? Next up, I need a rocker pretty badly, and ground types were going very fast. So I remember considering like Sand Slash, or I wanted Piloswine, but it got sniped, so I didn't get Piloswine. I ended up with Palisand, for which I don't have a nickname yet. I don't know. Palisand. It is a good spin blocker, good stealth rocker. It's mainly for stealth rocks. Gets shore up for recovery. It's also has decent special attack, good fizz def mon. And yeah, it just kind of walls, and that's the point of it. Okay. God damn it, dog. Alright, my dog really wanted to leave the room. It gets decent coverage, sludge bomb, psychic, giga drain. It's just in general like a decent rocker. It was definitely not the preferred choice, but it's definitely not a bad rocker at all. Gets iron defense. What did Palisand get? I think he got like brine. He got Mudshot, brine, and endure. Yeah, didn't really get anything, but it's just reliable. Good electric immunity. Electric types just don't really touch this thing without hidden power. So yeah, good one. I like it. It was honestly the best I could have gotten. So yeah, that's why I got Palisand. Good rocker, good ground type. Next up, what did I get next? Next, I got my dark type. I'm not sure if a lowland Persian was still around, but I definitely considered that. I need speed because my fast mon right now is Cortana, and that's not what you want to be a fast mon. I probably should have gotten lowland Persian, but I've used that thing so many times. I wanted to use something new and fresh, So I decided to grab probably not as good, but still good Sneasel. Um, for I don't know how many points. Sneasel. Do I have a name for Sneasel? I don't have a name for Sneasel. Okay, for now it's just Sneasel. Um, it's a good knockoff user. Ice Shard. It's just a decent like kind of fast offensive mon. Gets sword stance, knockoff, ice crash, ice shard. Uh, it just does fast. It's just a fast kind of strong breaker. It's just my dark type, honestly. Like I'm gonna use it as my dark type. Like it might have like a good. I don't know how I'm gonna use Sneasel. Like I've never used Sneasel before, and I've never really used Weavile before. So I have no idea what this thing can really do because I've never been too impressed by it. But I need a dark type, got a dark type. It's something new. I like Ice Shard on this, even though I have terrain. I kind of just ignore the terrain with priority because priority is still good even when I have terrain. Like I can use priority outside of terrain. Like I can control the terrain myself. So you know. Um. Yeah. That's Sneasel. Decent physical attacker. Decent knockoff user. Can run Eviolite if I wanted to. But yeah, just a dark type. Next, what did I get next? Next, I got my grounded poison type. I kind of wanted Weezing because Weezing actually doesn't need to run Levitate anymore, which is kind of nice. But I didn't grab Weezing because it got sniped, which honestly I'm not too upset. I got Garbodor instead. I do like Garbodor a lot. It's a good Spiker, T-Spiker. It's me. It's me. It's trash. It gets some whack coverage with spikes, T-Spikes, Rock Blasts, Seed Bomb, Focus Blast, Earthquake. I think is it Earthquake. Is it Earthquake? That's not an Earthquake. Never mind. Gets Stomping Tantrum. That's it. It's Thunderbolt, Body Slam, Body Press, Atomize. Just some whack moves. I don't even understand this Pokemon. Why does it get the moves it does? I don't know. But the point is, it's a good hazard setter, grounded poison. It does what it needs to do, and it does it pretty decently. And that's the only reason I have it. Good T-Spiker, good Spiker, good General Sponge. Next I got a water resist because I do have Gudra, but I also kind of want another water resist because why did I get this thing? Oh, I needed a good normal resist because I don't have one. Like Palisand exists, Kartana exists, but don't really resist normal. Also, what this thing resists, I don't know. I just like this mon, and it's also a secondary rocker, which I only have one rocker, and I'm not getting a third one. So yeah, I need a rocker. I need a good water resist, like a real grass type, and that is Cradily. I like Cradily a lot. Shiny Cradily. Blind Man. Cradily is pretty good. I like Cradily. Storm Drain gets good bulk, good overall bulk, decent offenses too. Gets recover stealth rocks, gets Swords Dance. I've run Swords Dance Cradily before. Swords Dance Cradily is a set. What did it get? Cradily I think got Power Whip. It got Power Whip, Rock Blast, Mudshot, Dig in grassy terrain. Mainly got Power Whip. Yeah, it gets Sludge Bomb, Earth Power, Earthquake, Bullet Seed. It kinda just does and sits, and it's just gonna be annoying. And it toxic things, and it infestation things, and that's what it's gonna do, pretty much. So yeah, I like Cradily. Pretty good mon. Kinda stalls out mons, and that's what it does best. And sets rocks. That's important too. Last up, not last. This is gonna be my mega because there was one person that could potentially snipe me, And the draft was kind of whack, so I didn't know if they were gonna get this mega. So also I knew this I was gonna get this like 5 bucks picks before this. So I decided to go with Slowbro, Mega Slowbro. Why do I want Mega Slowbro? Because it's not turn one Mega. Banded Weedle. Um, it got body press. It has base 180 physical defense and has body press. Also it got a hydro pump and stored power and nasty plot. And yeah, it got imprisoned too, but who cares? Liquidation doesn't really matter. Razor shell, like it generally just got body press, hydro pump, nasty plot, stored power. Also, I can abuse regenerator as much as I want to, and this thing is kinda strong too. I guess base 130 special attack. Besides that, it's probably just gonna be a regular Slowbro most of the time to take advantage of regenerator. This thing is just really good because it can run psychic, body press, and then you're done because you hit everything. Seal types die, dark types die. Everything else does not like psychic. Well, psychic types kind of wall that, but I can toxic them. I can tunnel wave. Oh yeah, teleport is also huge. This thing gets teleport, which means I can get. This thing's already slow. This minus priority doesn't really matter. Okay. I am regular Slowbro. I click teleport. I take a hit, and then I teleport out, get regenerate the health back, and then I get free switch into Kartana, Lele, Rotom, Hitmonlee, Sneasel, any of like my offensive threats, and just wreck. And I like that. This thing also is just gonna sit and be annoying, and that's what this thing does. It's just Mega Slowbro. I'm really excited to use this thing. I love Mega Slowbro. Like I love its design. I love Slowbro itself. Like Slowpoke is like one of like in my top 5 favorite Pokemon. I love Slowpoke, and Slowbro is not much worse. So last mon. I don't know. What does my last mon do? What did it? Oh, okay. My last mon. What does it do? It's a defogger. I didn't really have much hazard removal. That's fair. I had an offensive spinner, an offensive defogger, and then Rotom Heat. So yeah, I got another defogger. Actually decent Spadefmon. Like unironically good Spadefmon. It's got a lot better this gen with boots, and that is Articuno. I like Articuno a lot. Panther 1. I like Shiny Articuno too. Defogger gets Haze, gets Heal Bell, Ice Shard, Freeze Dry, got Freeze Dry. Okay, I think it already has Freeze Dry. Either way, Freeze Dry can run Aurora Veil, you can run like Heal, Aurora Veil, Articuno. It's technically dual screen, it takes up the same amount of slots. And you can run like Snow Clone. Oh god, I feel bad if I run that. Roost gets Roar, Whirlwind. Whirlwind is generally better. U-turn for Momentum. Like it's just generally like kind of cool. Honestly, I like Articuno. It's good Spadef. It's a good Spadefmon. Like 90, 100, 125. That's not bad at all. 95 base special attack. This thing just sits and chunks, and then it U-turns out and brings in something strong. Like you'll see how good this thing actually is soon, TM. This thing is actually kind of good. Okay, but that's in general just the team. Can I show my team? Sorry for the cut. I accidentally realized I might have spoiled what I was like some of my thoughts on my week 2 game, which has not been played yet. So yeah, I'm redoing this part. My team lacks good rockers, good hazard removal, a good dark type, a cleric like I can cleric, but I'm not. It's not a great cleric. Like 2 of them. not great clerics. Like it's also a bit more offensive than I'm used to, because I'll prep with like having like a team with like Gudra, Rotom Heat, Mecha Slowbro, Cradley, Articuno, and then like one of my two breakers. Instead, I should probably just build with like all of my breakers, because there's a lot more offensive of a team than I'm used to, with two very very strong Pokemon that honestly don't really have the best switch-ins. So yeah, this is my team overall. I like it. I'm excited to use like 8 or 9 new Pokemon I've never used before, or at least it has been a long time, or I've played like one game with them. So yeah, that's the team. Next first week I'm against It's Whatever, aka what's his and I think he has a Mega Zam. Like you can see my team. I don't have a Mega Zam resist. But yeah, that's going up a week from now on Saturday. All these games are gonna go up on Saturday, hopefully. But yeah, that's the team. See y'all in the week 1 game. Bye.